That's it. We are live. So we did a test yesterday that's prepared us for tonight. So this is Pro Clubs Weekly. We're live, which is not what we normally do, but we're going to start doing that a little bit more. I am 8 Ball, for those of you who don't know, and we always give the man on my left or right. Where are you? Am I looking at you? We always give him an introduction. And his name is Domino, for those of you who do not know. And
Who don't know? Who don't know?
We are chilling for the next 10 minutes or so, because that's when the games kick off, essentially. So PFL tonight, and we've been given the team sheets, and Domino and I were just looking through them, and I don't think there's anyone we particularly recognise straight off the bat. However, one, I love the fact there's team sheets and formations, Domino. I love that. Absolutely love that. But two, this is what this channel is about. It's about introducing new people to other clubs, players, teams, leagues, whatever. So it's absolutely perfect for us, Domino.
Oh, mate. Do you know what? There's always a bit of lull after Christmas, mate, of the leagues closing and no one coming back on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to cross that. But, mate, I'm proper excited again to be back live and in the building with our friends out at the PFL. And, mate, massive shout out to the PFL as well. What a group of guys.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like, messaging them and stuff like that. And, I mean, bro, we'll talk about the little delays to their regular start of the season and the games we got on today because they were not... What can I say this? We were going to have... We're going to have other teams on the channel, but isn't it the top league of PFL that they've delayed their season?
Yes, yeah. So this was supposed to be the Premier League tonight. That's going to be next week. I mean, I guess we would like to do that as well, Domino.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mate, absolutely.
That's confirmed now.
Sorry, mate. I was looking at our stream and I can't see the third screen on mine, so I was just wondering what's happening here.
Again, really? We'll chuck you in and out. We'll do that a bit later on. So yeah, this is the championship. So luckily, we've still got some competitive stuff going on tonight. It is that arranged league system that we do like, and I think if the Premier League is anything to go by, this should be an absolute barnstormer as well.
Oh, mate, yeah, mate. It was high quality. Like I said, like we love, and we do get approached, to be fair, by a couple of different like league organisers and owners and stuff like that, and we'll always want to cover and shed the most light on pro clubs we can. It doesn't matter if it is cash cup tournaments or tournaments just, again, people have put together on a whim. We're here to cover and to shine the light on pro clubs as an entire whole. So when PFL reached out to us, they were like, look, boys, do you mind doing some games for us? We're like, look, absolutely fine. Any sort of pro clubs, mate, we're here for. And the one thing after we done the first game, 8 Ball, is we both said to ourselves, is like, surprised about the quality, because there was no lack in quality compared to some of the more dominant leagues, should I say, the ones that get more of the limelight. But the quality there was for all to see.
No, absolutely spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. And I mean, the fact that we're doing it probably suggests that we enjoyed it, because why would we bother doing something we didn't enjoy? So, I mean, what are you expecting from tonight, Domino? We've had 2 PFL games on the channel so far. This is probably going to be the first season where we've actually been around for the start of it. So, I mean, we've got a little bit of a taster, but what are you expecting from... We'll go one with the Premier because we've got experience, and then we'll move into the Championship, which is tonight. So the 2 teams, just to confirm, are the real Ticky, Tacker and Addicted FC.
So, right, we'll start off with the Prem. And like I said, when we jumped in, we went in absolutely blind. The guys at PFL reached out to us, like, what a nice group of guys. And they were like, look, do you mind covering the PFL? Covered one game, and I said it again. We were surprised about the quality. The only issue is we came in too late in the day. The season was already very, very mature. Teams already established where they were in the league. And, I mean, the league leaders didn't walk it by any stretch of the imagination. But, look, it was set up there. I love the start of any new season because, like I said, it is a complete free-for-all. You don't know who's signed for what teams. You don't know who's left where. And look, we've been around the pro club scene for a while now, and we know it's very, very hard to have back-to-back wins. You just, players go, and if one player goes, they might bring a couple with them. They go set up another team. It's just the way it is. So that's why we love it. It's like a complete draft. A new season is completely new teams everywhere. It's very, very rare your core group of players, like your standard 7 or 8, stick together. So it's nice to see if that happens. And also, mate, we never covered any championship stuff. So these games today, I'm really excited to see what level they are compared to the Prem.
Yeah, I you took the words right out of my mouth. I think that's what I'm looking forward to most, is seeing. Could you do see it? You know, no matter what the league, there's always like those jumps between each league, depending on how many leagues there are, obviously. And if you're Prem, and we've just said that Prem's not playing tonight, so if I'm a Prem manager, or if I'm someone who might be looking to recruit, I'm watching this tonight, Domino.
Oh, mate, yeah, absolutely.
On a bit of a scouting mission, because hopefully clubs players, a bit like real life, want to play at the highest possible level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's a good advertisement for teams, and it's good advertisement for leagues, but also for individual players of clubs. And I've said before, you should market yourself as a player as you would kind of in the real world. Like, and that goes for, you know, not changing your nickname every other week, and
yes, absolutely,
and changing your position, changing your teams. Make yourself marketable, because do you know what? Like, I know money's not like the ultimate goal in clubs, but there is a bit of money to be won these days, and there's, you know, if you're not in it for the business of money, which is understandable. Do you know what? There's so many kind of like big names around, which I absolutely love. Like, you know, channels like ours, you know, we're not the only people who do stuff like this, but, you know, I'll be sat at work and I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, the game I watched last night, XYZ had a brilliant game. And that's what players should be aiming for, I think, in clubs, because clubs has got potential over the next couple of years to do massive things. And
mate, agreed.
Those of you who aren't marketing yourself, I do think you will get left behind. So, hey, that's one crazy man's opinion.
To be fair, Abel, I've never looked at it that way, but that is unbelievably true. Genuinely unbelievably true. We know. So, not calling anyone out, because we never do this on the channel. Pink Ballerina, who is an unreal footballer, has changed his names a couple of times. And when you keep up to date with the changes, 8 Ball, I'm like, oh, mate, that guy's sick. And you're like, oh, that's Pink Ballerina. I'm like, right, okay, makes so much sense now. So, we are recognisable to us, and then you're recognisable, because if you move around and you've got the same, again, AI name, the same, like, crate, like the same hairstyle and stuff like that, we automatically recognise you, and you do get spoken about in the community, because, again, you might be there in your team and you don't have an outreach of the community. We speak to so many different people, league organisers, players, managers of different leagues, and they know your names. They know the big names, and you don't even need to stress about it. So, yeah, mate, that's a great shout. Look at that. We're going to give you some 101 into marketing.
Free
Hit the boys
advice.
up.
Free advice. If you want any more, it is £10 an hour.
It's more than we get now.
Or we can just take a cut of your future earnings, because we do genuinely think that clubs is going.
Wait, Abel, here's an idea for you. All right, okay, you ready? Can I be a pro clubs agent?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay, mate, I think I might be a pro clubs agent. So, do you know what I mean? If you wanted me to represent you in future endeavours and negotiations, mate, I'm here. Don't worry about it.
I feel like to make any kind of money, though, we'll keep the stadium noise off until they've entered. They are in the dressing room now, Domino, which is building the excitement. And again, hats off if you are new. Welcome in. We are covering PFL tonight, and they've been bang on the money with people streaming, with getting, you know, we've got team sheets out. It's crazy. So well done, well organised, and that's what we like to see in a league is good organisation, and obviously hats off to the organisers. But this is first game of the season. This is where any nerves kicking in, Domino? Did you guys get nervous before the start of the season? You're sat there now playing. It is lobby simulator, but it's probably the one time in the season I don't mind playing it for the first game of the season.
No, I don't know. I can safely say, mate, I never got the nerves. I got like excited nerves, and I think nerves are good, mate. If you go into any game, and this is a true point, if you go to anything that's like this first game of the season, you don't have nerves. It's hard. Nerves help you. Like nerves make you sharper. Nerves make you switch on. I mean, they could crumble you. We always say it. Spotlight is not for everyone. Some people crumble on it. Some people shine under it. However, nerves are always a good thing. It's like a boxer going to a fight, mate. If you have no nerves, you're not as sharp as you could be. Nerves are good. You just don't. You got to control those emotions. And I do think the biggest games are the first games of the season because it's more excited nerves than anything else. Where I do crumble 8-ball is cup finals or any cup game. I don't know why, mate. I don't know why. I can't cup game. In real life, I mean, me and 8-ball used to play proper football. I've been in 5-6 finals, 3 penalty shootouts. I missed every single penalty, every single one. It's always gone past the 5, and I've been like the 7th to take it, missed every one. I've knocked our team out twice, 3 penalty shootouts in a final.
You know when you don't make that top 5 penalty takers, like.
I never want one. Yeah. I'm not like put a keeper, then me, and that's how we do it. Yeah, mate, crumble on the cups.
Me or anyone else at home, Domino. I'm not surprised by that statistic. I'm not.
Nah, absolutely not, mate. Absolutely.
I feel like there's a lot of Aztec fans in the chat room tonight. We're currently in the Ticky Tacker dressing room. I mean, we've switched over to YouTube because Domino made a really good point. We'll just have a look at the team sheets. Hopefully YouTube doesn't have any. Hey, we're getting love hearts. Doesn't have any adverts. Which again, this is why we invite Domino. He's occasionally got a good idea every now and then.
Yeah, mate. That's why I'm around here. Right, April. I can't see it on the stream, so I'm gonna have the link. So as long as we're synced up, mate, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. The invite's coming through, so we'll switch over to YouTube, Domino.
Yeah, cool.
And we'll try our best to sync it up, but if not, just is what it
is. Sound. Well, yeah, mate. I'm excited for this one. Are you on the YouTube stream, 8-ball?
Yes, mate. Yeah. YouTube.
Yeah, let's go.
Are there any Ticky Tacker fans in the chat right now? Because that's like the 5th or 6th Azteca we've had. To be fair, I mean, sometimes it's good going into games not knowing like the backgrounds of teams.
Mm-hmm.
And that is literally what we're doing tonight. We've never seen any of these two teams play. We didn't do our research, so we don't know where they finished back in the last season. So it's all to play for, and we have absolutely no idea what to expect.
Oh, mate, that's why I love this. That's why I love this channel. And to be fair, it's all about a settling in process here. Like I said, the nerves can get the better of you, better or worse. Get your foot on the ball. Get an early touch of it. Do not do anything shady. The worst thing you can do is start behind the 8-ball. Sloppy passes, sloppy possession. But look, players come out here. 8-ball, do you want to discuss the kits for everyone and myself?
Tiki Taka are in the Celtic kit, the Sporting Lisbon kit from left to right. And then we've got the Aztecas who are in the black kit, and they have got right to left. They've got an early free kick in a dangerous position, but they've only got 2 men in the box. Welcome in Samu, Captain Samu.
Ooh, what a guy.
It is 1, but Islam wins it down. Knocked down to Kiswamik, and it is blocked, and that will be the first corner of the season, Domino. Talk to us about corner routines. How important are they?
Mate, I like how they're not having that many in the box and not committing too highly because, like I said, you don't want it to attach to too many. But yeah, corner routines. And this is stuff you can tell if teams have drilled it in their off-season, in their pre-season, in their warm-up games, because they do pay off for you.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the difference, not only between games, but between league positions as well.
Mate.
We see teams matched week in, week out, but it'll finish 1-0 or 2-1, and it'll be 1 or 2 corner goals. That is literally the only difference. And these club games don't last that long. They don't go on for so long. So if there's any way you can break that margin, do it. And
mate. I was going to say 8-ball. It's games like this as well. Exactly games like this. First games of the season, not usually high scoring because you do have a bit more, what can I say, reserved people. They're not warmed up. It's not the proper season yet. They're not their full potential. They're not full flow chemistry. So it's a very reserved game. So this is really a game of minimal chances. So again, those corners are huge marks.
I mean, we're hardly talking the game up. There will be lots of chances, guys. Do stick around.
There will be lots of goals.
I mean, I was about to say Sean's done well there because he made that tackle and he also made that block for the corner, but he did lose possession. But Ticky Tacker do win it back, and they are playing out from the back, which is always good to see. To be fair, I was going to ask whether or not you know if there's any restrictions or if you can remember from last season whether there are any restrictions. If anyone who plays PFL is in the chat, let us know. I'm looking around the team now, and there are some big lads, but I'm not sure whether or not that's the 6 foot compared to like 5'7" or whatnot. So
8-ball, just something for the community as well, because I don't know this. Is there any restrictions on what play styles you can use in any leagues? You know,
it's a touchy subject in some communities, Domino.
I genuinely don't know. That's a pen.
Ooh, and Fidel Maestro comes out with the ball. Good switch, actually. And we've actually got the PFL account in the chat at the moment, Domino. He says this is anyone's game, so that's what we like to hear. Lukey breaks through.
Oh, we're a little bit ahead.
Well, I mean, it's confirmed that Domino... It confirms two things. Domino is slightly ahead, and it confirms that Ticky Tacker, Lukey H, only needs one sniff at this goal, and he is going to get you a goal, and it is 1-0. I'm going to say slightly against the run of play, because Aztecas seem to have had the lion's share of majority here. And it looks like it's annoyed them now as they come forward.
Yeah, and if I'm going to be honest with you, it's Ticky Tacky actually not playing Ticky-Taka football. They were super direct there. And look, it pays off.
Sean again with that block, Domino.
Nah, mate, yeah, guys having a half
Here
or two halves.
Here he is. I mean, he's done well there. That's 3 or 4 times against the one mistake. Like, we'll definitely let him off if my centre half's doing that.
Yeah. To be fair, and look, mistakes happen, but positive mistakes where you're trying to play out from the back, I don't mind those. Mistakes where you kick the ball 60 yards into a hopeless place in the pitch. But he was trying to play out the back. So actually, mate, all class from Sean. Big fan.
Yeah. And
sign him up. Sean, if you need an agent, mate, if you watch his back and need an agent, come to your boy.
He overcharges, trust me. I mean, he is on the team that's currently winning as well. It is 1-0 to Ticky Tacker if you're just joining us. Hello. PFL Championship action. And apparently these two teams, it's anyone's game. So, and to be fair, from the first 30 minutes, they look like two really good outfits. And again, it's just another quality advertisements for PFL and clubs, but mainly PFL.
But mainly PFL. Yeah, mate, look, if you didn't tell me, which actually sometimes you just don't, mate, tell me that, like, what league we're in and championship, mate, I wouldn't say we've got a championship. We've got a second league here. I think this is all Prem. These boys are class, mate. Like I said, there's no wayward balls. There's no hit and hope. There's no through balls that are just trying to break the lines for the sake of it. They're playing educated football. The runs off the ball are good, but mate, the defending on this as well. The lines that they're covering, again, it's hard to do. And if people don't play regular clubs, to keep a backline all square and press and drop off together is a hard thing to do. But both teams are playing excellent.
And Domino loves defending as well. So
oh, mate, you know me, son.
He's in his element at the moment. 1-0 Ticky Tacker, 36 minutes gone. I mean, PFL said in the chat, it's anyone's game, and it's pretty much been that so far. To and throwing, not many chances, mainly down to Sean. Oh my god, what a big save that is by Neon. The ball in, the early ball in as well. Wasn't expecting that because it's the first time they've tossed it in there. And the striker between two centre-backs as well. He's done fantastically. Arguably deserved a goal, but Neon says, no, sorry about that.
Mate, okay, we'll talk about the save in a second, but the ball in, now, it gives Tick-Attacker something to worry about. And what I'm telling you by that is they're not looking just to drive the byline, turn back, and cut it back inside. Them crossing that ball in early and getting some change out of it Tiki
What a
Taka
ball!
now.
What a ball that is! What a fantastic ball that was! And to be fair, the striker, he's doing the right thing because he's between lines. He's between the two centre halves as they're getting out. He was really, and the centre midfielder or the cam he's just pinpointed that, and not only that, it had so much pace on it as well. It made his mind up for him, and just like that, Domino, game on our hands.
Well, see, Abel, this is what I was saying about that first cross in. It opens a new dynamic to defending. If I was Tiki-Taka, I was like, right, so they're not going to cut back in. They're going to sometimes throw us over the top. So I'm not going to cover the near post because I'm going to have to run against the man that's running into the box. And I do think some of that good work came from that ball inside because they were looking to try and get out wide and they spotted the man in the middle. And, mate, we do have a game on our hands and they're coming through again here. And like I said, look, cutting it back, different elements of the game, ball inside.
Bit of space in the box. Dink to the back post, too much gas on it. That was an opportunity because Islam there I think he had more time than he realised.
Yeah, the first half.
Mate, that is the first half. That is that, and again, we always say when halves go just like that, that's how you know it was a good half, and that certainly was. Annoyingly, I mean, I feel like half time has come at the worst time for this game because we had that early bit of to and fro in for maybe like 20-25 minutes. We got the first goal from Luki H, and then it sparked Aztec into a bit of life, and since then Aztec have been piling on the pressure. They floated that ball in with the header, great save, and then I'm not sure if Tiki Taka gave the ball away, but it doesn't matter because that ball through to the striker's feet and the finish was just sublime.
Oh, mate, if I was either team, mate, if you were Azteca, you'd want that half to carry on because they did feel like once they got their goal, they were in the ascendancy there. I mean, if I was Tiki-Taka, my idea here would be like, look, boys, we've kind of got to get the game, rein it a little bit back now. And things like this, keeping the ball. They are playing that Tiki-Taka style, mate. They are playing that Tiki-Taka style. But yeah, you want to just kind of keep hold of possession.
Wow.
Okay.
He's got away with it, mate. He's got away with it.
Yeah.
Fair play. They live to fight another day. But yeah, that football there from Tiki Taka. Tiki Taka by name, Tiki Taka by nature, because that is good to watch. And Alki does really well, plays it out, and this front three for Tiki Taka look to turn the screws. Luki H, the goal scorer, chasing back, but Wynmo comes out with the ball, given away again to that man Lecky.
Ball inside.
Oh yeah. Cut out
I
nicely.
think Tiki-Taka I know they want to play the ball quickly because obviously by nature, mate. I think there's some times that centre mids have got the ball, they've got three runners running off them, and needing an extra split second, mate, to make the best choice instead of getting it and going. But look, it's a philosophy they're playing by, and it's 1-1. They're definitely in this game here. But yeah, my advice would be when it gets in centre and you've got people streaming off you, maybe just settle it down a little bit.
No, I agree. And again, it's that splitting ball again. So maybe those first day nerves, they're on a big channel like Pro Clubs Weekly, mate. Like the nerves are going to be there. And do you know what, Donna? As you're talking, sorry, I did just get confirmation that centre back height restriction 6'2", and everyone else is 6 foot. So there you go.
Love that. Oh my!
Big save again, and headed in.
Done?
Third time of asking, and Tiki Taka, they've done what they do best apparently, and it's turned the screws and it's go a goal up. And like we said, that half time just came at the wrong time for Aztecas, and it's almost been a repeat of the first half in that Tiki Taka have come out absolutely blinding pace, got the goal, but now what are Aztecas going to do? Are they going to do exactly what they did before? I mean, I feel like they played better when they were a goal down, Domino.
No, to be fair, I think, again, Addicted were... Sorry, Aztecas. I think they were... What can I say? They were better. They were better in that first half, but I think this half has solely been Tiki-Taka. I think as they've come forward, they've been very, very aggressive, especially, and what's the change of this is the press. The press is definitely the change at the minute. When they're losing the ball, especially up in these offensive positions.
We've warned you about this, son. We've warned you about it.
Sean does what he wants, mate. Don't worry about Sean. He's
Sure,
he's a new client of the domino.
Domino effect.
Yeah, that's a great name. The ball's free there if you can play it. No, good
free advice again. Yeah, the ball was on. It was a good run actually from Ash. Unfortunate not to get that. Aoki goes down the line. It is given back to Niburu, who is playing centre mid. Lukey H. Islam does well, and the keeper again so assured on the ball. Doesn't fill me with confidence, but the team don't seem to mind it. Here's Brooker on the edge of the box. Islam cuts out as well. There's two in centre midfield for Addicted, having two good defensively good games, I think. Here's the goal scorer, Arjan. And here he is. His centre midfield partner gets absolutely crunched after intercepting. I thought it got a bit quiet over there.
Yeah, mate. I think... Oh.
I enjoyed that, mate. That's quite nice.
I think Tacker, they've really changed this half by this press. That they've really implemented a hard press, which has changed the dynamic of the second half.
Absolutely.
Because beforehand it was very, very passive defending. They were waiting for Addicted to make a move before they made their move. Instead, they're making Addicted make the first move by pressing them high, and look, it is absolutely paying off here because as soon as they lose the ball, they're hounding it back. And it came from that second goal, mate. The second goal was just a combination of hounding, chance after chance, shot after shot, and then they got the reward for it there. And they are looking to get some more rewards now, mate.
It's interesting how Tiki Taka play, because they're playing between the lines, which is good to watch, but also their strikers are very intelligent players, because you can see that they'll have it to feet, they'll have it over the top, they'll have it between lines. When you've got two strikers up front who can do that, it's just it allows you many playing styles, which I think is really hard. Oh, Neon again, what a save, and what a ball over the top that was. Did everything right as well, but again, Neon, hats off to him, because he's made two big saves at two big times as well.
Absolutely massive saves.
And there's us banging on about Tiki Taka as Addicted come through. It's Neon who switches it.
Yeah, they're looking good here, mate. They're looking good.
Yeah, but can they hold out, Domino? Can they hold out?
Okay, so what in your mind here, 8Ball, when does game management come into it? Look, you're in the last virtual 7 minutes and Tiki Taka is still playing that one-touch passing inside instead of trying to play for more possession-based game. When would you say it comes into it?
It depends, because you can't... It has to be something that's agreed on by the group.
Yep.
Like, you can't just, one game be like, and that's so... My God, that was close. The side foot, top bins. The only one that Neon's not looked like getting close to. And it's cut out by Chris. It's something that needs to be agreed on by the team, Domino, and it looks to me like Tiki Taka are going to be like the Arsenal of old, where they just don't care. They'll just play the game, and if they concede in the 90th minute, they concede in the 90th minute. If they go and score another goal in the 90th minute, then so be it. Yes,
the best
Sanchez,
teams,
we're on for that one as well, mate.
Yeah, I think the best teams ever, virtually or in real life, mate, will never compromise their style to suit another team or to play against their team. They will play their style and let the other team compromise around them. And it's what Tiki Taka are doing now. And they have got the run of the green. Oh, that's a absolute incredible tackle. Out of anger, out of spite. But look, Tiki Taka, the real. Matter.
I mean, it was another fantastic game in this league. We'll say league, the whole league system, first and foremost. Tiki Taka and Addicted, I wouldn't say they're not two dissimilar teams, Domino. Mm-hmm. It's just Tiki Taka mix it so well. They're a team that if I was playing centre midfield, I would be lost. They have that ability to play round players, which I think is quite dangerous. It's quite rare actually to find teams who can do that well. Because everyone wants to play amazing, like 1-2 touch football. Yeah, great stuff. But you actually need to implement it, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, mate, I thought it was a great performance, but in my opinion, 8-Ball, I don't think it's the offensive changes they made that won them the game. It was the tactic of pressing hard. In the first half, like I said, they were passive instead of proactive. They sat off the ball, let Addictive play a comfortable game, and Addictive kept getting into good chances and good spots. Something switched in the second half where they decided, right, no man's got space on the ball. When they've got it, we're pressing heavy. And it upset Addicted's rhythm. It upset Addicted's rhythm so much that second half, in my opinion, was solely Tackers. Addicted done great, mate. But yeah, it's just that slight change of deciding, look, we're pressing, we're not passive. And I think that's what got them the game.
I think you're spot on there, mate. And you know, we said at the start of this game, with the Prem teams not playing tonight, or if, you know, anyone else is just watching and doing a bit of a scouting job, there's a few players in there, mate, who, you know, we've got the likes of Neon, Lukey H, Nibiru, all fantastic games. Domino's favourite, Sean at the back. And
Sean, first member.
And then on the Addicted side, the two, you know, I said it at full time. If I was CDM there, I would have looked an absolute fool. But
you look an absolute fool most of the time, Abel.
Yeah, that's why I don't play the two CDMs, you know, Islam and Musla Ramez in there, they had fantastic games. Unfortunate to be on the losing side, but I do just think it was that, you know, one, Domino spot on with the press, like really, really good point with the press stuff. But it was just that ability to play through the thirds. Like, it's so difficult to defend. And yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, we're saying all of that about their attacking play. Obviously, Sean at the back, Alki at left or right back had a really good game as well, and obviously Neon as well in goal.
Mate, yeah. Well, what an advertisement as well for the first game back down for PFL, a head-to-head like that. It was not a whitewash. It was not a walkover. It was definitely a stalemate for a lot of that game. And yeah, hats off to Ticky Tacker getting the job done. Commiserations to Addicted, but what a start of the season. Both teams. I know if you're Addictive, you're gonna be annoyed that you lost that first game. However, if I was the manager of the team, I'd call the boys over and be like, look, let's take the positives out of that. Like, we were great. Like, we could have dealt with the press better in the second half. We had the chances. We could have been level towards the end. It's a great game. Let's take the positives and move into the next game, because it's all you can do in these situations when you lose.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we'd love to give you the background of the next game and the next two teams. We do have we have some of, I'm not sure if it's just not loaded properly, we have some of the starting lineup. We have a full lineup for, let's call them the favourites, Domino. They're definitely fan favourites, Aztecas. Again, I can't immediately recognise anyone, but I think that's a really good thing for this channel. I mean, we've been doing this channel now for nearly a year, believe it or not. So to still be getting, tell me about it. To still be getting new faces coming through the door, arguably we'd prefer it that way, because we get to see new talent, new blood on the channel. But Domino, based on what you've just seen, what are your thoughts going into this? 4-3-2 plays 4-3-3.
Oh, is that the format? Like I said, I can't see it on my screen, mate. So what was it? We got 4-3-2 versus 4-3-3.
4-3-2 and 4-3-3. Aztecas against Belford Hawks.
Mate, to be fair, mate, I haven't seen anyone else in the chat bar Aztecas, mate. I think Aztecas are a fan favourite, or they've all just jumped into the stream to watch this first game.
Yeah, they're the ones doing the scouting. Maybe they're rivals with Ticky Tacker. And we are just waiting for before Domino gives us his opinion. We are just waiting for one of these two to come on.
Well, what stream are we jumping on, by the way, Abel?
I don't know yet. None of them are online.
Currently,
currently none of them. So yeah,
PFL sort out. This is shocking.
If anyone is, I mean, I can't even follow this guy. I don't know what's going on with this. But yeah, if anyone does have a link, let us know. This is the link we've been given. But yeah, sorry to cut you off, Domino. Bit of housekeeping. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, like I said, the formations are neither here nor there, if I'm honest, for both of them. Both of them are actually standard formation. It's not anything wild that you're telling me that they're playing 5 at the back and no striker and a false 9. I'm like, well, that's a bit different. Both formations, we've seen it around the pro club scene. Both going for 4 at the back, though. I mean,
yeah,
Neither here nor there, but we've seen, let's say, 80% of the games we've covered, most teams line up with the three at the back. They play with the left and right back, and look, they're there offensively. And then when they're defending, they'll sit in a back five with the centre mids kind of keeping it tight inside. So, but you know me, and when we play together, mate, I'm always a big advocate for, again, a straight back four. I like my banks.
Yeah, straight back five, more like.
I like my banks, mate. Everyone in regimented order. No one deviate from the game plan. We'll lose to the game plan. 8-ball gives people creative freedom. I'm like, absolutely not. No. It's
funny because when we were managing, as manager and co-manager, we used to get humped about 6-0, and I didn't see banks of 4 at all, Domino.
That's because you played in defence.
No, that's why we went and played in defence. We were tired again, tanned every week.
Yeah.
But no, I think you're spot on. We've got a new link, Domino. I'll send it over to you as well. I think you're spot on. I think the majority do play with that 3. Let's call it a 3 at the back.
Well, here's what I'll tell you as well, and this came out while we were managing. Not calling anyone out, ever, but our left and right back were not. They were great players and great lads, not the best pro clubs players technically. And what we found is the errors would come from them because look, we wanted to play from the back. If you play the ball to the centre half, the first ball to the centre half is to your wing back. And if you're not technical on the ball, either to get yourself out of trouble, find a safe pass, or look to play anything expansive, you are very much stuck. Mm-hmm. So on these, what you're going to look at with these 2 backs of 4, the first ball out is going to be to the wide back or to the CDM if he's not getting tracked. And that's how you know how your team gets started, because that gets cooking. That gets the team cooking from those positions. Mm-hmm. We got a link, 8-ball.
Yeah, send it over, mate. We've just caught the arse end of Belford Hawks, who were involved in a 3-3 draw. So
let's go.
If they want to bring that energy into this game, I'm more than happy for them to do that. They are just finishing that game, so we'll double. Well, give us 5-10 minutes for them to turn things around. We said that and he's just gone offline, so. Not the best start, but yeah, they're there. It looked like they had 11 men as well, which is not what it says here, but let's pray they do, because we like 11v11, and we'll wait for him to come back online, or anyone to come online, or we can just carry on talking about formations, Domino. Try and drop my follow. I don't know why this screen is. Oh, he's gone as well. Why is everyone leaving me? I've got nothing to watch. I'll put the screen back on. So yeah, whilst we do wait for a stream link and for Domino to come back on, just refreshing himself. What are we up to later, Domino? Tell everyone at home.
Oh, mate, do you know what? Again, this is completely off topic, but I'll tell you anyway. Mate, I was so tempted to make a cup of tea, but then we were jumping on. I didn't know about time for a cup of tea. So do you know when you proper crave something? I'm sitting here, my mouth is like salivating. I really want a cup of tea. Mate, genuinely over tea. Like I really want like a nice sugary tea. Maybe, I don't know, like a naughty bourbon. Oh, I don't know. Custard cream. Yeah, it's stuff like that, mate. That's what I'm doing later on. I make myself a nice tea.
Well, before I was going to say, before that, we've got the PlayStation versus Xbox draft, which Domino seems to have forgotten about. That's up next on the channel, so do stick around for that. I think what we're going to do is finish up here as and when we're able to. We've got one more game in PFL. There we go. We've got the dressing rooms back up.
Cool. Same link you sent before, 8-ball?
Yes, mate. Yeah. And yeah, when we're finished up here, I think that was a friendly. When we're finished up here, it is Pro Club's weekly community draft. It's the second time we've done one, and we've got a bit of spice added to this one, Domino, because it is PlayStation versus Xbox. That's at 9:30, so Domino does actually have time to go and grab a drink before then. 100%. And what we'll do is we'll clip this so we can come back and watch PFL live stream from tonight, and then we've got a separate clip for the draft, which is best of 3. So again, we should be around for at least an hour or so. Cronks is in the chat. Cronks, how's it going? Nice to see you finally signed for Legacy. It's always good to hear.
Ah, yeah, got it, boys.
Domino, that whatever you just did was the loudest thing I've ever heard.
I was well away from the mic as well.
Are you doing homework?
Huh?
Are you doing homework?
Yes, mate. Yeah, of course.
I
was refreshing.
Refreshing
my page, mate.
I mean, it does. It looks to me, Domino, as if Belford Hawks are going to go into this game with 1 at the back and a front 6, which might explain why they did concede 3 goals in the last game. Emo Tyler reckons easy win for Xbox. To be fair, by way of background, Domino and I are PlayStation, so it pains us to see such a good Xbox team.
Mate, the Xbox team's stacked. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, we're sitting on the fence, Domino.
Are we? Are we sitting on the fence?
Well, obviously.
Are we?
I mean, the Xbox team is so good that Domino and I were very, very close to dusting off the controllers and jumping off the PlayStation.
Not that we've made any difference.
No, and sitting on the bench for Xbox. So he can get the easy dub.
That's all we're about, mate.
Just need trophy points, man. Just need trophy points. But no, it should be a good game. It should be a good game. I imagine the PlayStation was still hiring guns for hire when we jumped onto here. So I imagine the team that they started with at 7 o'clock is probably a little bit different to what it looked like at 9:30, which is kickoff time. So if you aren't doing much this evening, please do come and support that. It should be a good laugh.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. It's going to be great. But, mate, we'll come back to here. So, well, Belford. Who are Belford playing in, Abel?
Belford Hawks playing Aztecas, fan favourites.
Aztecas, mate. Never heard of their name before. Don't know who they are.
Well, the Azteca boys at her. I mean, yeah, this is brave. Belford Hawks on the first day of the season, rocking up with just the 8. Bold move.
Abel, can I tell you something?
Go for it.
Okay, so when I used to play football as a kid, yeah, there was a team. You must have played them around here, mate. There was a team called Aztec.
Yeah, they sucked.
Yeah, mate, they gave me nightmares when I played. They were a little bit grim, mate. They were a bit rough and tumble. You'd hate turning up to their pitch, mate, because it was lopsided. It was on a gradient and at an angle. They never lose a game at home.
They're the ones who got sand on their pitch, right?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, literally Azteca by name, Azteca by nature. Man takes us in Egypt. It's crazy. Yeah, I remember them. They were so bad. Anyone at home, sorry, but they were so bad. Like, you know, when you're like playing under 10s and you just know you're gonna win like 30-0. That was Aztec.
But then you turn up the pitch, you were coming off injured.
Yeah. Or that and making a sandcastle.
Mate, I was on the bench making a sandcastle.
But I'm sure Aztecas, I mean, considering they've got the most fans of any pro clubs team I've ever seen, I reckon they're a bit better than your ragtag bunch, Domino.
I would imagine so, mate.
Or Aztec.
Yeah, it's not hard to be worse, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, Aztec Warriors. Bad times. We might get started soon. Have they? I was going to say, have they changed formation or have they lost a player? I think they've lost a player. That might be the reason why there's been a bit of a delay. I mean, if you're going to play with... No, they're going into it, mate. Aztec is too cold. Come on, Aztecas. Guys, I mean, if they've got 11... I'm sat here reading my own stream. Are they not on party chat or going and...
What's happening here?
Oh, okay, yeah. They're resetting the lobby, mate. It's clearly it's not been fixed since FIFA 21, so that's fair. I mean, I still do think they've just got the 8, but they might be the 8 best players you ever did see, Domino. So Who knows?
It's going to be very, very, very hard for the any to control the back four.
Well, what I was going to ask, Domino, is if you had an if you had to have one player who just didn't turn up, like where would you put them?
If I had one player that didn't turn up, where I put them, I've got a tendency to put them up top.
Really? Then you got no one running the line.
Right. Okay. Are you okay? Another question: are you controlling any in this situation?
Well, you have to, don't you? You can't. Well,
okay. No. I mean, the one player. I thought you meant just like a random bot going across.
Well, I mean, it would be a random bot until you clicked on it, yeah.
Well, exactly. I didn't know if the bot was playing the whole game or you're allowed to switch between it. So what I would do is I'd need a back four because, again, that's where you're leaking the most goals. I would say a striker, but put your pro as the striker and then the other player as the bot, just because then when you're countering up top, you can then click on the striker. Because ultimately, the striker's not going to get the ball to the feet. The only thing you're going to lose is that ball over the top and the striker cheating. Actually, very, very same in the Aztecas game when Addix split the pass. Not the Azteca game. Well, Addix's first goal, they split the pass and they scored that goal.
Yeah.
So you won't get that opportunity, but I think that's probably your... Again, we're different mindset. I'm more defensive. I want the clean sheets. I don't want to lose the game where you want to win the game. It's a difference.
Well, I was going to say Cam. Like, if you're...
Oh, okay.
If you're playing this formation... I think I'd rather have two centre-backs, two centre-mids, and then a front three and just ditch the Cam. Because then at least, the two centre-backs can go either side. And the Cam just does what it wants anyway. Like, you either run past him... Yeah, everyone's in. You either run past him or he's the last line of defence. Like, there's no in-between, unfortunately, when it comes to Cam. But I'm going to put it out there, Domino... I reckon Aztecas have probably got... I mean, they might be rocking up with minimal players as well.
I think they have to. I think that's the new rule. It's a PFL rule. Someone tell me if I'm wrong or not.
You have to match the minimum.
If not, you have to then give your players over to them.
If not, that's however many more men you've got, that's how many goals the other team starts ahead.
Oh, mate, what a shout that is. What an idea that is.
But now, I'm excited to see Aztecas, Domino. I feel like we've waited long enough.
Mate, there's a lot of hype in them, and now I'm excited. I'm annoyed that they're not playing against 11 people because we can't see the full potential. If they go and absolutely whitewash a team 10-0 and they're playing against full 11, like this team's a baller, it's always going to have a slight asterisk if they win it.
I mean, did you see that Aztecas manager looked like so smart, so suave, like dressed to the nines? And I'm like, yeah, his counterpart did not look like that. And again, that just... if you've got a club and they're wearing the same kit as the ref, Jesus, they might as well just put bibs on at this point, mate. Just a ragtag bunch. Jinx into JK, Gooty's got it, Kruger wins it. And
April, just for the stream and my purposes, mate, what minute you are now?
2:50.
Cool, we're all good.
Lacroix has got it, but it's cut out. Into gears on this left-hand side with the headband. Kruger shows a bit of composure. Probably best not to pass it around these bots. Tries to go long, and it looks like the right winger may have lagged out as well, Domino. And yeah,
right. I don't know what's happening.
When you've only got, I imagine they're coming out.
I think he's just changed the formation.
He's doing some damage control here, mate. I mean, I feel like you knew you had 8, and they've played about 3 minutes. And yeah, it's a good save. From what we can see, it's a good save. Right, come on, you can do this. Oh God, oh. Okay. So they're just like, do you know what? We messed it up. Let's just start again. I'm trying not to be cynical, Domino. I'm trying not to be cynical, but it did look to me as if the right winger lagged out.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it makes much difference.
Well, no, but I was going to say, if you've got 11 men and someone lags out, it's like, oh, well, we could probably get by. When you've got 8, I'm sorry, but every man matters.
Yeah, no,
I'd be asking my missus to play at this point. My cat, my nan. Get my...
I'd go put my missus in goal, but I can't.
Get my nan playing at right back.
Mate, what a baller.
There's disrupting the ranks at Belford. Someone shouting at someone else, asking why they quit. There's a really good question, actually. That or they did just lag out, but here comes the right winger. He's back. We had to go in again. That's fine. This game better be bloody good because we waited a long time for this, Domino.
Yeah, mate, I think good might not be the word. Interesting is probably the better word. I think this is channel worthy because we're going to see some shenanigans here.
We're going to see something. It might not be. We're
going to see some shenanigans. But yeah, man, I'm here for it. I'm happy with some lobby simulator.
Now, this is one of the reasons why we don't play anymore because I'm sick of looking at this screen. And at least now we've got an audience to watch it with us, Domino, because all we ever used to do was just sit and talk rubbish in the party anyway and wait for...
Mate, someone asked me a question in the comments. Like, while we're waiting for this, let's pop some questions.
It's a dangerous precedent to set.
No, I'm absolutely fine. It's an honest. It's a PC Dubs podcast. Every time it's a lobby, it's a PC Dub podcast. So, yeah, drop me a question.
The first question is, if we made a podcast, would anyone listen to it?
No. Me and you would listen to it.
Next question. Next question is, did anyone watch MK Dons last night? Domino.
Mate, we're going to start losing subscribers. Please stop talking.
We won more games this week than Man United have done all year, so it's fine.
Yeah, you've only been running a week.
Belford Hawks have got more players than you got wins this season, mate.
That's cold, fair play. That's cold.
Come on.
That's cold.
We're getting to there's got to be a 15-minute limit here, surely.
Oh, again, put it in the comments. There's is there like a time cap?
Yeah.
On
yeah.
when
If any PFL players or managers or whatever, let us know if there is a cap, because they've had the same number of people in here for the last 20 minutes.
They'll probably rush around like our boys at the PlayStation trying to get players in. Probably half the people here have gone over to the PlayStation PC Dubs.
We could have got some of the PlayStation lads to come and play for them.
Oh, mate. Oh, they should have took some of the Xbox lads, mate.
Yeah, there's enough of them. Cheeky boys. Too many good Xbox players.
Looks like we are back in again, 8-ball. What's your screen saying? Where are we at? Just so our stream matches up.
Still loading, mate. I'm confident.
Tell me when we come on. The exact time we come on, tell me so I know.
Now.
Okay, man, I'm ahead of you, so I'm going to tell. We're going to go with that. I'll pause this for 2 secs. Okay, we should be good. Yeah. All right, mate. What are you looking forward to, 8-ball?
Some funny goals. Because I think that's probably how it's going to go down. Watching that first 5 minutes earlier on, it looked like it was going to be a bloodbath.
Mate.
Right, kickoff it is, finally. Belford Hawks. Jackson loses the ball straight off the bat. Lacroix. They're playing. You're too far ahead.
Oh my god. What minute you on?
1:22.
I would say, mate.
Oh no, you called that far too early. The goalkeeper's wearing the same kit.
It's great, isn't it, mate? I love it. What a ball!
Go on, he's in. Domino, slow down. D Money sweeps up for Aztecas vibes into Herbert. Guti, who looks a tasty player already. Bevo tackled by... I assume that was maybe someone controlling the bot at the back at centre half. Yeah, things like set pieces, throw-ins in particular, are going to be brutal here for Belford. Swings it in, headed down. This Any should be getting paid double for this because no one signs up to play Any in competitive clubs.
No,
Good
mate,
tackle
this
over
is
by Kruger.
hard. It's a hard ask.
Ball over the top. And I think we might see a lot of this tonight, Domino, as Didier does escape his man, but Alex cuts back in. Yeah, I think we might see a lot of the route one early ball, try and get in and amongst that back line. And just go on one man wrecking crews. SV, interesting starting position there, but does really well.
He's going to have to play as a sweeper keeper, mate.
He is disguised as a centre back, wearing the same kit, so that might help them actually. Money into Bevo's feet, and yeah, I think if I'm Aztecas manager, I'm saying first 20-30 minutes, let's go and get a couple of goals, and then we can start messing around.
Yeah, or just trying to again create some. Once you get 3-4-0 up, let's say, then it becomes a training exercise. Right, boys, I want you to practice this in this game. This is what I kind of want you to do. No, 100%, mate. Every opportunity for me is a learning opportunity. That's why I play at the highest level.
Never played at the highest level.
I've never played at any level, mate.
I never played. Guti, JK comes in and heads that away with his pro, I think. Guti looks tasty again.
Good tackle.
Yeah, good recovery from the Any. They do have willing runners though, and I do think it's important for Aztecas to stay switched on in this game, because this is
absolutely.
This is a potential banana skin for them. Ooh, and the way they've set up early doors leads me to believe that they are not taking this too seriously. They look very good on the ball, but go and get those goals first, and then look at that through ball. Bevo slots it away, and that's what you need straight off the bat. Just get those goals, pour those goals in, and don't forget, Domino, it's a long old season. These competitive leagues are long old seasons, so if there's a way you can increase your goal difference now, get it done. You know, you're playing 7 or 8 players. That's the ability to put 7, 8, 9 goals past a team.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
If you're playing full 11s, there's no reason why you shouldn't.
No, and no matter which team was the better team here, even going into this game, Aztecas might have been the better team anyway. But even if Aztecas were down to 7 men, it's going to be such an uphill task, and we know that for an absolute fact. So, I mean, I do like the idea, like Belford could play with, again, that nonchalant, non-caring attitude. And tell you what, when you've got nothing to play for, it does make you dangerous. It's like a man that's got nothing to lose. It makes you a dangerous person. Mm-hmm. But if they can get a goal here, or any sort of sniff, or any sort of sign that they're in this game, mate, I
mean, to
think
be
they
fair,
could do bits.
They did just play through the thirds really well there, actually. Looking quite tasty, especially on this right-hand side with these overlaps. From the man in orange, get sent for hot dogs, but they do keep swinging that ball in. I'm not sure. They are going for broken to a certain extent. We kind of expect that, but they've got into really good positions the last 2 times in a row, and I don't think the cross was the one. And the Crocs.
Mate.
Good recovery from SV. I do think the Crocs should have done better there.
I do like how both keepers playing sweeper keepers, mate. I for it.
Quite clearly, they've got a tactic, haven't they, Belford, from that goalkeeper. Just play on the last man. I would quite like to play up front in this style of tactic, because I'm very much a last man striker. That's going to be it. It's going to be it. Oh, here we go, Domino. Gears with the goal. Yeah,
what did I say? If they can get a change early doors and find minimal of success, it could get them to grit their teeth, bite on the gum shield a little bit, and be like, we're in this, boys.
Yeah. They look like a good team, and it's a shame they don't have 11, because 11 of these guys of the same skill level would make it a fascinating watch. It's fascinating now, but for all the wrong reasons. And Bevo, this man looks dangerous, Domino, because he had 2 sniffs of goal, and he's put them away expertly as well. And you know for a fact he's going to get more chances this game. So if he carries on that streak, then the game's going to go past them.
Yeah, Belford didn't do anything wrong there, mate. Any done exactly what he needed to do. He just didn't have a man to support that. And the keeper, to be fair, read the wrong side, but it's the side you would go. And It was just smart striking play. Like you said,
Yeah.
the player up top looks a little bit tiny, mate.
Yeah, from that range as well, it's you can't ask too much from the goalkeeper from there. I don't think. But yeah, I think it's going to be a long afternoon for old SV. So buckle in. Jackson on this right hand side. It is Jackson, isn't it? Looks like a tidy player. Comes inside to Crun. And they've got willing runners here. It's, mixed up Jackson. It's not Jackson on that right hand side. Lacroix and Bevo staying up front, and it's going to be 2v4 with the 2 pros against 4 bots. I know who I'd back in that situation, Domino. But to be fair, for what it is, Belford have had a good half, and they've made a game out of what possibly really shouldn't be a game.
Yeah, you look at the game and it might look like a training exercise to Aztecas, but look, Belford got the goal, and it's exactly what this game needed. It's something to tell Aztecas, look, this is not a walk in the park, and it's something for Belford to hold on to and be like, look, boys, we're at the end and got a goal. Like, it is possible. This is not undoable. So
Yeah.
it leads us to a good second half. The game's not out of reach. Belford, all they do realistically is need to get one more, and then getting any point out of this game will be a huge result for them. And if I'm honest, if I was...
Domino was mid-sentence there. That was annoying.
What happened?
You tell me, mate. You were mid-sentence as well. I was properly into that as well.
Oh, mate, I finished it as well. What happened?
You're back now, and that's all that matters. So, it's 2-1 Aztecas. The 11 men of Aztecas against the 7 or 8 of Belmont. But they've done themselves absolutely no disservice, and if they've been let down by individuals tonight, hopefully they watch this back and they feel sorry because they're making their teammates have to do this, but at the same time their teammates are doing a bloody good job of it as well. So Herbert swings it in. SV comes and collects it dressed as a centre back. Vibes, the right back, comes inside to Panda. There's going to be no press from Belmont tonight.
No, you can't, mate. You've got to sit, and these CDMs have to help out the NE. But, mate, the NE is a baller. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good NE. And he's causing problems here. That's a great ball through. Yellow needs to leave it.
Were they onside? The answer
I thought
is
yellow
no.
was off. I thought...
They're doing such a good job of keeping Aztecas honest because they just cannot switch off because, again, a bit like the first game, the strikers are intelligent strikers. They know when to come to feet and they know when to go in behind, and you can't say that for all strikers, Domino.
No.
So as long as these lads are sniffing around, I do think Aztecas have got something to play for. If they get another goal here, it might be a bit too much to ask from the boys in blue, but here comes Lacroix. SV palms it up like he's playing volleyball. Catches it like he's playing basketball.
Mate, SV's done well.
SV has done really well. You knew fine well he was going to have a busy night tonight. He's gonna stat pad this game. That's his treat for playing in a team that's got 7-8 players. You get lots of saves, lots of stats. Stat pad it for the end of the season. Vibes does really well there because they had willing runners in behind. Frimpong on this left-hand side.
Mate, I'm not going to lie. I'm unbelievably impressed with this NE. I need to know where this NE plays normally because this guy's a bit of a baller.
Because you do give up your evening playing as well, don't you? You give up your evening playing as a pro to come and control a team as any, which doesn't always sit well with me, if I'm honest. I don't make a good any at all. D Money into Panda. No match this game, mate. Not Xbox or PlayStation. Yeah, see you. You're playing later, aren't you, match? I believe. But Belford are in here, actually. And there we go. Just like that. The 7 or 8 men. I think it's 7. have drawn level, and just joining us in time, Domino. Look what's happened, good sir.
Mate, I'm so annoyed. I was sitting there running around. I couldn't hear you. I came off, and I was like, then I came off the game to look at it. Talk to me about the goal 8 ball because I missed it, and I'm sad.
It's exactly what they've been doing this whole game is play on the last man, and look exactly the same. It doesn't matter how many players they've got. If you've got those one or two intelligent strikers, you're always going to find gaps. And again, having the runners as well, you've also got to have the players to. You've also got to have the players who can find that pass as well. And they seem to have it. So it's understandable why they stacked up the way they did and just left those lads at the back, because the Ennie's got it under control. SV's had a couple of saves to make, but nothing like massively clear cut, would you say, Domino?
No. It could have been harder. I think SV's made it look a little bit easier, if I'm honest with you. He's just guessed right a lot of times. He's gone big with his actions, gone very big with his actions, very all early. And it's paid off for him for majority of the time. But going into the ascendancy, mate, I'm not going to lie, Belford are looking the more likely team to get a second here.
Here we go. Here we go. Is it going to drop nicely? Oh, my days. Wow. I mean,
what am I watching?
Don't forget, they drew their first game 3-3 as well, so... I mean, it's gearing up for another one of those. Ryan's in the chat. These boys are good, and one of the coaches, Aztecas, have put a lot of preseason work in. Well, Ryan, they need to play preseason against clever players like they've got in this Belmont team, because they are creating chances left, right, and centre with 7 men. I'm not sure how often that should happen. That, or it's just completely and utterly hats off to this Belford side, because they're knocking it around really well. But yeah, they're going to be susceptible to this kind of counter-attack break, Domino.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. But look, the Ennies played an unbelievable game. Unbelievable game. Oh, mate, yeah, there's no one else that's standing out as much as him. Like the strikers, mate, Aztecas are a good team. They are a good team, but it's baffling what I'm watching at the minute, because...
I told you, mate, it was that first 15-20 minutes where I thought they thought it was going to be a stroll in the park. You could just see... I mean, don't get me wrong, the disruptions we had before the game started as well. Here comes the Crocs. Squares it to goal machine Bevo, and even he can't get past SV this time. And
I told you, mate, SV's making big decisions early, but getting each one of them right, bar 2.
Yeah. Agreed, and he is keeping this team in. And if I'm Belford here, I'm going hunting for this penalty, mate. I'm gonna get in the box and I'm gonna dance around like there's no tomorrow. Do you know what, Domino? Aztecas will be absolutely fuming with that, because we were talking at the start of that game. It should have been a 5, 6, 7, 8 niller. You work on your goal difference. You get that up, and all of a sudden they've not even got the 3 points.
I told you this at half time, 8 ball. If they finish the game as a draw, Belford's taking that as a win, Aztecas taking that as a loss, 100%. There's no two ways about it. I think when you go into a game like that, and I mean, all these players are maxed out anywhere between 89 to 92 player stats. When you've got the bots that you're controlling at anywhere between 80 and 85, it's not the same ilk. He's controlling a whole back four, this Ennie, against different players and different things going on. Look, his team helped him out massively there. When he lost the ball, the team was tracking other people's runs. The CDMs were excellent. Centre mids were excellent. 8 ball. What a game that was, mate.
I mean, we just saw there on the stats, Domino, that Belford actually had more shots. So, I'm not saying that's the be-all and end-all of life, but to play against the minimum number of players and to concede more shots than what you're creating with 11... do you know what? I'm not sure, because I don't want to be harsh on Aztecas, because clearly they're a good team. I do just think it was that mentality, that start where it was a delayed start. You're rocking up first day of the season. you're either annoyed you're playing minimum, or you're like, oh, we're playing minimum, this is going to be a walk in the park. I could sense it in that first 10-20 minutes where there's a few fancy flick-ons, few fancy passes. Sorry.
You're okay. You're
yeah,
okay.
I've seen some smack in the chat on here, which we can't show on the channel, but
What was the smack? I love smack.
but at the end of the day, it's a quality point for Belford Hawks, and Aztecas I think will be ruining that. But we always say losses obviously make you better players. Domino, you've already agreed that this would feel like a loss for Aztecas, so let's just make sure they learn from that for the rest of the season, because
it's a learning experience. Because I mean, I'm not going to tell them what to do, but playing any is really hard one-on-one chances, because you can take it any which way. The Ennies are controlling people that are 80 rated, and they're really, really slow, and again, like they're towing caravans. I didn't think Aztec has done enough of that. But again, the only thing I can say about Aztecas is how often, 8-ball, are you going to play someone that plays in any position where you are then knowing where people are going to run? Actually, when your players are running, your bot's actually following them instinctively, where the other players wouldn't be as clever maybe to follow them. So it could have been harder for the front two, because don't forget, they're used to playing against additional counterparts, additional players. So it could have thrown them going forward. But again, defensively, Belford got in and scored 2, mate.
Yeah, exactly that. So, I mean, Domino, we got this. We got the team sheet back up, because I do think it was Twin 2 Carlin who was controlling that Ennie. Easy man of the match for us. Like, Ennie is a pain.
What was that? Twin 2 Carlin?
Twin 2 Carlin. That's another one for your Domino agency.
That's what I was mate. I was just writing the names out now. So Twin 2 Carlin.
I wondered what he was doing. I thought he was doing his homework.
Agency. But, him and Sean join the boys. Join the boys.
So yeah, this was Championship PFL. Premier Division starts next week. Chances are we'll probably be there, whether or not it's live or whether or not it's a video. We'll confirm as soon as possible. PFL, once again, I mean, 2 quality games,
off, guys.
probably for different reasons, but you can see the quality of player that PFL attracts. So keep up the good work, guys, and yeah, just keep working with the guys who run this league, because they are good guys, and this league has got so much potential. So
mate, so much to offer this league as well. And like I said, it's cool. I'm not saying we're the be and an end all, don't get me wrong. Being on PC Dubs is a massive, massive thing. But for the guys at PFL to reach out and want to spread awareness, because that's what they're doing. They want to grow this league. They want to get the best type of players in there. They want to build a good community. And it's great for them to reach out to us and be like, look, boys, shed some light on it, cover it, and they could be nicer to deal with and helpful as well. So it's great. Like, yeah, it's a good working relationship with them. And I do back the idea that they want to grow this league in the most positive way. And look, that's what the channel's created for. That's what we're created for, to shine the light on new boys and new leagues.
Yeah, no, our faces are on here, but it's nothing to do with us, guys. We just want to get as many of you guys on the channel as possible, and that's it.
Didn't realize Super Madge was in the comments as well.
Super Madge was here, yeah. Super Madge was here, and what I was gonna say, and I guess that leads in quite nicely, because Super Madge will be involved. Is he
playing?
I do believe so, yeah.
Is he playing for Xbox?
He was, yeah, unfortunately. As of 7 o'clock, he was playing. So,
you just crossed.
Right, what we've got tonight, in just under 20 minutes, we have got the Pro Clubs Weekly Draft. It's PlayStation against Xbox. Do not miss it. It's the best of 3. So again, go on. Dom's got questions like he doesn't run Pro Clubs Weekly. It's crazy, honestly, it's crazy. Domino, put your question down in the chat like everyone else, please. Please don't. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish the PFL stream, just so that's capped off and anyone can watch that on YouTube, and then in 10-20 minutes we'll start up the new stream for Xbox versus PlayStation, and we'll do exactly the same. It's best of 3, and yeah, we'll show you all the drama from there, because there will be drama. There'll be dummies spat out. There'll be goals, hopefully. Although, what did the last one finish? I think the last one finished 0-0 or something. So
8-ball. Just remind me, because my memory's bad. Who won it? Because it was Domino versus 8-ball. Who won it? Just quick.
And yeah, I think we'll end things there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in